2020 was a monumental year for Apple and its Mac lineup. It was the year Apple announced one of the most significant shifts in its history, a transition from Intel processors to its very own Apple Silicon chips. This move marked the beginning of a new era for the Mac. But how did we get here, and what does this transition mean for the future of computing? Let's dive in. It all started on June 22, 2020, at Apple's Worldwide Developers Conference. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, took to the virtual stage to announce that Apple would be making a bold move, transitioning its entire Mac lineup from Intel processors to custom-designed Apple Silicon chips.
Today is going to be a truly historic day for the Mac.
This wasn't just a minor upgrade, it was a complete rethinking of how Macs would be built and perform. To understand why this transition was so significant, let's rewind a bit. Apple has a history of major processor transitions. In 1994, they moved from Motorola's 68K processors to PowerPC.
Now, let's go to a big topic. Transitions. Let's talk about transitions. The Mac, in its history, has had two major transitions so far. Right? The first one, 68K to PowerPC.
Then, in 2005, Apple announced a switch from PowerPC to Intel CPUs.
We are going to begin the transition from the PowerPC to Intel processors.
Each of these transitions was driven by the need for better performance, efficiency, and scalability. And now, in 2020, Apple was ready to make another leap, this time to Apple Silicon. But why make this change? Well, the answer lies in Apple's success with its custom-designed A-series chips for iPhones and iPads. For years, these chips had been setting benchmarks for performance and efficiency in mobile devices. Apple realized it could bring the same level of innovation to the Mac by designing its own processors tailored specifically for Mac OS.
When we make bold changes, it's for one simple yet powerful reason: so we can make much better products. When we look ahead, we envision some amazing new products, and transitioning to our own custom silicon is what will enable us to bring them to life. At Apple, integrating hardware and software is fundamental to everything we do. That's what makes our products so great, and silicon is at the heart of our hardware.
One of the key advantages of Apple Silicon is its unified architecture. Unlike Intel chips, which rely on separate components for CPU, GPU, and memory, Apple Silicon integrates everything into a single system on a chip or SoC. This means faster performance, better energy efficiency, and improved thermal management. The first Apple Silicon chip for Macs was the M1, unveiled alongside the new MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and Mac Mini in November 2020. The M1 chip was a game-changer. Built on a 5-nanometer process with 16 billion transistors, it delivered incredible speed and efficiency. Tasks like app launches, photo editing, and even gaming were faster than ever before, all while consuming less power. Tech reviewers were blown away by the M1's performance. It outperformed many high-end Intel-based laptops while offering exceptional battery life. For example, the M1 MacBook Air could last up to 18 hours on a single charge, a massive improvement over its Intel predecessor. Of course, such a major transition wasn't without challenges. One big concern was app compatibility. Would existing macOS apps run on Apple Silicon? To address this, Apple introduced Rosetta 2, a translation layer that allowed Intel-based apps to run seamlessly on M1 Macs. At the same time, developers were encouraged to update their apps for native support to take full advantage of the new architecture. Apple also released macOS Big Sur alongside the M1 Macs. Big Sur was optimized for Apple Silicon, offering faster performance and new features that took advantage of the M1's capabilities. The synergy between hardware and software was undeniable. Since the introduction of the M1, Apple has continued to expand its lineup of custom chips. The Pro and Max variations brought even more power for professionals working with video editing, 3D rendering, and other demanding tasks. And in 2022, Apple introduced the next generation, the M2 chip, pushing performance and efficiency even further. So what does this mean for Intel-based Macs? Well, Apple announced that it would complete the transition within 2 years. Since 2023, all new Macs are running on Apple Silicon. While Intel-based Macs are still supported with software updates for now, it's clear that the future belongs to Apple Silicon. This transition isn't just about faster processors, it's about control. By designing both hardware and software in-house, Apple can create an ecosystem that's more integrated than ever before. This opens up possibilities for features and optimizations that simply wouldn't be possible with third-party chips. The shift to Apple Silicon has already transformed the Mac experience for millions of users around the world. Whether you're a student using a MacBook Air or a professional relying on a Mac Studio, Apple's custom chips are delivering performance that redefines what's possible. As we look ahead, it's clear that this transition is just the beginning. Apple Silicon is shaping not just the future of Macs but also how we think about computing as a whole. What do you think about this bold move by Apple? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech insights. Thanks for watching, see you next time.